Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, my dearest fish out there. Any Pisces placement you have will do, or even if you're just drawn to the title of this video, you're more than welcome. There is a lot going on. This reading is coming out a little bit after the new moon and after the summer solstice, but this is your summer solstice reading from the 20th, 21st of June until about the 20th of July. Now, there's a lot of videos out there about the energies that are at play. We're in Mercury retrograde. Venus is going to go direct soon. I mean, there's so much stuff going on, you guys. But I'm going to read to you guys something from my moon diary that I just think is just so perfect. And the moon diary says that the next generation is initiated and nurtured by the waters of the mother, okay, at this time. Earth marries heaven as the triumphant sun of the summer solstice draws the waters within the body of nature to their height. The green world is a fountain of water which, in the heat of the summer sun, pumps out gallons of the stuff by transpiration. The fountain of life brings to birth the juicy fruit and seed, which carry information from the past into the potential of the future. I absolutely love that little introduction for this reading. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's jump into this reading, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, or any placement, even cross watchers. You guys are welcome. Let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and our ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages for my fish, my Pisces, for this new moon in Cancer summer solstice reading. You guys might want to check out the Scorpio reading. Their final energy was that exactly. Ooh, Pisces. Yummy. Oh my gosh. All right, I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Pisces, yes. Overall energy is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Knight of Cups does represent Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. When it's in the upright, this is about somebody making a commitment, an emotional commitment, a journey. Some of you might also be, very intuitive. The Knight is overflowing with emotion. He really wants to commit to someone or something. So it doesn't all have to be romantic, you guys. But he really wants to make that commitment, and the person or the thing that he or she commits to has to give a commensurate or an equal amount in return. When this card is in reverse, I sometimes see this as a player card. So for some of you, you might be dealing with a water sign, or you might be dealing with someone who is a little bit wish-washy about how they feel about you or this situation. Okay, it could be romantic, it can be about work, it can be about anything. It could be a family member as well. So sometimes this card comes out as a little bit of, wish-washy emotions. Some of you also might have a hard time connecting with your psychic abilities or powers at this moment, or your healing powers. Some of you might be healers, energy workers, tarot readers, or you just might be, you, and you might be feeling a little bit emotionally clouded and drained. Okay, so we can see here he's like scrying. He's looking into this cup. He's receiving the healing energies. He's looking at his visions. He's looking at what he's committed to, at what he wants. He's very, very romantic. So he's romanticized a lot about this situation, okay? And there's a little bit of a warning when this is in reverse. One, this cup is running out, so the emotions might have left, or they might just be too much. And then also it could be that somebody wearing rose-colored glasses, right? Sort of the idea of it being in love, with the idea of something, but not really with the reality of the person or the situation. Okay, so Pisces, you guys are showing up as the Knight of Swords, which I really like. The Knight of Swords represents that time period, between Taurus and Gemini, which we just went through. We had so much Gemini energy you know, with Venus in Gemini, it's kind of a, you know, it's an interesting and wonderful placement, but also going retrograde. So for some of you guys, this might have brought back, you know, an ex, or maybe even brought you into union, but it might have been just for healing and closure. And I get that might be with this Knight of Cups energy, something that wasn't quite what it seemed, but that was, you know, emotional, was exciting, that was, you know, that you were in love with, whether it was, you know, really 100% or just for a moment. But the Knight of Swords is this beautiful energy of, you know, being really committed, moving forward, being very black and white. The only sort of trouble with the Knight of Swords, though, is he can kind of get himself into trouble with being stubborn or having a little bit too much tunnel vision. But what I love about this, he's coming out of these like emotional depths, and he's very clear. So a lot of you might have also taken some time and had sort of like a, you know, had sort of a hermit type energy, or isolated yourselves, or a really cloudy period, and coming through that with utmost clarity and direction, and this will and this desire to really move forward. So it's good energy. You guys might have air in your chart, or you just might be exhibiting the air, you know, air signs or qualities, which could be a little bit of a detachment, right? Now, what's blocking you guys? You have the Sun in reverse. This could be a Leo person. Doesn't necessarily have to be, though. The Sun is about, it could be the divine masculine. Now, remember that we all have masculine and feminine qualities within. So if you're consulting this reading because you want to know about a twin flame or a soulmate journey, you know, it could be that the divine masculine has to right himself before this situation can come together, or they have work to do. For others of us, it could be that yang energy within that's blocking us, because maybe we're sitting too much in that yang energy, or maybe we're not sitting in it enough, right? And this Cancer season that we're coming into is really going to help us with that, to nurture ourselves and to really sort of open ourselves up to receiving. Now, the intentions that you need to set, 10 of Cups, boom, Pisces. This is happiness. What is your happiness? This is Mars and Pisces. This is your energy, Pisces. What makes you happy? And go for it. And please don't think small. You have to think big here. The 10 of Cups is the ultimate. It is the best. You know, what makes you really, truly, wonderfully, beautifully happy? And those are the intentions that you need to be setting right now. Now, what you need to know, Ace of Pentacles, whew, huge blessing. So this situation, or the knowledge that you're coming into, or during this time, you're going to receive a huge blessing, success, something that if you plant and you nurture it, you know, there's one pentacle there, but it's going to multiply and become something so much greater than you ever imagined. Now, your final outcome, you get the Page of Swords, can be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. For some of you guys, I immediately got pregnancy here, maybe having a baby, or, you know, realizing that you're going to be a father or a mother. Now, the Page of Swords represents that winter period, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Right? So again, you guys coming into alignment. I am also seeing you looking at, you know, this new situation, relationship, life, education, job, looking at it with wonder. You know, look at how she's looking at this sword. It's so beautiful. Is it really mine? I can't believe this. I'm so excited to start this journey. That's really nice energy, Pisces. That's really nice energy. And it's clarity. It's coming through, because I feel like there was a lack of clarity here with this Knight of Cups in reverse energy. Not really sure about how you felt or how somebody else felt about this situation. Again, I am picking up on some of you were maybe worried to tell your partner that you were pregnant because you weren't sure how that news would be received. All right, so let's go ahead and see what additional messages come out for my dear fish, my Pisces out there. And I do recommend that you check out your Mercury retrograde reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any placement, or Mercury. Look at that, hostilities. Yeah, and so Pisces, this is, I feel like this energy is what you are you've sort of faced it. And I think maybe you wanted to avoid it. And then you just sort of stepped up. Okay, so every blessing has its challenges. Okay, door to personal healing and happiness, but you are working through it because you've decided you know what makes you happy. All right, look at that. Oh, Pisces, best reading ever. Best reading ever, Pisces. Yeah, look at that. Cornucopia. I mean, this is on top of the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever's coming towards you guys, what you need to know is this is going to bring you not only healing and happiness, but cha-ching. I mean, it's going to bring you so much. I think you're not even going to know kind of what hit you, because I just keep seeing this. Look at her looking at that sword like, I can't believe this is mine. I can't believe I really did this. Like, and there's no self-doubt there, but you worked for it. You had to fight through this. And I think it was fighting your own personal demons, and then maybe even, you know, maybe some haters out there. All right, and then you get first chakra, Archangel Michael. Yeah, so the first chakra really kicks in when we're afraid. It's our sense of survival. It's our sense of belonging. It's really being earthed and being grounded, coming into, you know, really understanding who you are, what you can create, where you come from. So for some of you, this is like coming into knowledge about your ancestry and your past lives. But it's also just this ability, you know, that once you're grounded, especially if you work with chakras and those lower chakras, how far you guys can travel, right? But as long as you're really grounded there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull additional messages for my Pisces for this new moon in Cancer summer solstice reading. There we go. Earth Mother. I told you, some of you guys, this has to do with pregnancy. Feel loved and comforted. For others of you, it's just, you know, it's this first chakra is that grounding. It's your earthing. I'm a huge proponent of going outside barefoot, you guys. So make sure that you're doing that frequently, especially if you're feeling confused, especially if you're dealing with conflicting energies either within or in your surroundings. But this is connecting with Mother Earth, Gaia. How do you do that? Your root chakra, and then you also have your Earth Star chakra, and, you know, wow, Pisces, yum. And this is you birthing a new world. So if it's not physically about fertility and pregnancy, creating a family, it's about creating a business. It's about creating the world, the life, you know, that you want, the home that you want. And then you get drum, dream and journey. So don't be afraid to dream big. Some of you guys are doing shamanic journeying, really using that drum to get into that space. I'm going to get my drum soon, you guys. So you're going to drums and rattles. I can't take it anymore when it shows up in these readings. Just so awesome. All right, I'm going to pull some mermaid oracles for you guys. See what additional messages come out. Wave of power, a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Yep, and that comes after, I think that's also you stepping into your power and your courage, knowing where you've come from, and also understanding like how viable you really are here, Pisces. I like it. It's a huge upswing. I mean, come on, personal healing and happiness, cornucopia, 10 of cups. It's a good day to be a Pisces. Beauty, grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. I'm getting some of you might know this woman, might know a woman who looks like this. You might look like this. If you do, you are very lucky. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But I'm also seeing for some of you guys, if it's interesting, a weird message, but it's coming through, this wave of power. This is the maiden. And then we have, you know, like the mother. We have these 3 different stages, but she's a little bit older looking. Some of you guys might be coming into pregnancy at a little bit at an older age. Maybe you thought this wouldn't ever happen to you. Okay, so you might be like 40s, late 40s. Interesting. Like you just didn't think it would ever really happen. And it's something you really fought for. Oh, I like that. But others of you, this person, she might look like your mom. She might look like one of your, you know, she might look like somebody that you have in photos that you've never met, that, you know, is one of your, you know, from your lineage, I'm getting. And then you get receptivity. There's this feminine energy, you guys. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. There's that feminine energy. Yeah, you guys, nice. And I knew, I knew this was going to come out because we have this sun. This is this masculine. Some of you, this does have to do with divine feminine, divine masculine. It could be finding that balance within where you were too much in the yang, right? Too much in that masculine energy, and realizing you don't have to give, push, be busy all the time, right? You don't have to provide. Like, it's time for you to take this time, and Mercury retrograding in Cancer is really bringing up a lot of that maternal energy. So I really recommend that you look up those videos, you guys, if you haven't already, because this could have to do with healing maternal issues with your own mother. It could be past life stuff as well. We do get dream and journeying. Some of you guys are coming into that knowledge, but and this is a card number 3, to become 3. So definitely building something, birthing something. It's a beautiful birthquake. I read that phrase and I'm saying it all day, trying to work it into all my readings. I thought it was such a brilliant term, a birthquake. Because look, this birthquake brings abundance, personal healing, and happiness. Pisces. All right, look at that. You guys get water. Nice. 61 breaks down to a 7. Water. So I'm reading from the Mystical Shaman Oracle Guidebook. Water is your element. Water is also in I want to say in like feng shui, in a tradition, represents abundance and prosperity. So the essence of this card is water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. So for some of you guys, this is that transformation. And I love how she has this crescent moon. That's this new moon, and this, this solar eclipse and the summer solstice, really bringing about personal transformation. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the laws of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know they are going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. Bravo, Pisces. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. Most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.